everybody. Once again, back in the kitchen. It's Free Spirit. With my little candles already going. Because first I wanted to tell you a little story. I can't believe that this video is actually ready to be made. Finally. So, about a week ago, I was looking at my channel statistics and I saw that I had passed 1 million views for my channel. And I was really shocked and surprised because the last time I had checked it, it was at like 850,000 or something. So I wasn't looking for it. And it was really exciting. And I was getting close to 13,000 subscribers. So I had this idea for a more elaborate cooking video with sections so that you could watch part of it and then come back in another time and skip to the second part and then the third part. And if you were really sleepless or just relaxing and enjoying it, you could watch the whole thing in one shot. So, in celebration of the above mentioned details, I recorded a very long and involved, complicated, and delicious cooking video. And in the end, after much trial and tribulation, this video just wasn't meant to be. There were so many interruptions. It was the best thing I can say is that I had a lot of great food from it. And now with this video, it's all going to be fresh, something different. Number one, because I don't have the same ingredients anymore. And number two, I don't like to repeat. So the other part of the story is, as I pondered whether I should edit the heck out of 4 hours of video that I had, try to salvage some of the really bad audio that came up. I had so many issues. And I just couldn't face the fact that I was going to delete. But that day, I went on my channel again, and suddenly I was back over 10,000 views back. 990,000 instead of 1 million. So that was sort of my hint from the universe that I had time to redo the video and make it good. So I'm happy to say I'm back over 1 million and I'm over 13,000 subscribers. So thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for helping me catch back up to 1 million very quickly. It turned out it was a really stupid YouTube issue that on certain days, for so many days, like for 60 days or 30 days, they had miscalculated everybody's views, and so, but that's okay, because now it's all better. And I am going to cook for you. I'm going to cook all day. I'm going to cook you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's going to be a full course video and a little dessert. Just a little sweet, something very easy to make. I hope you like the idea. I just wanted to pamper you and feed you all day. And I'll put some markers in the description so that if you've already seen breakfast but you fell asleep, You can come back and have lunch or dinner. So I'm going to show you, first of all, a little preview of each of the courses. And then we'll get started on the simple parts and some of the prep for later on. Okay. I think I'm going to move these out of the way. There. And this one too. So, typically, for breakfast, I eat pretty light. If I'm being good and I make myself eat, typically it's coffee. And then later on in the morning, I'll have some type of breakfast, or at least take my supplements and have a little bit of something. But if I have friends over, and you're here, I would make something, either a nice, big, hearty, full-on breakfast, brunch kind of thing, so we could just relax in the afternoon. But if we were going to go out and take a walk, or go visit with the horses and take a ride, anything active, more physical, I'd want to have a little bit of energy food on board, but not really heavy. So that's what we're going to do. It's going to be some whole grain bread toasted. This one is organic Eureka. It's called Seeds the Day. It's good. Non-GMO grains and seeds. The cats are going crazy. So it's good. It's not a super heavy bread, but it's got a lot. It's got a lot of good seeds and fiber, and no artificial colors or flavors or preservatives. And no high fructose corn syrup. So it's going to be some toast, with a tiny, thin little layer of Manuka honey. A little bit of almond butter, and I'll of course accommodate your needs. If there's any ingredients that you are not able to eat, we'll make an adjustment of any type that you like. Also, on the toast, I like to put a little bit of cinnamon sprinkled on top of the almond butter. And if I had an apple or a banana, I would put some slices. But since I don't have that, I'm going to use a little bit of this. This is healthy greens. It's a good variety. It's vanilla blueberry clusters. It has flaxseed. And it's low glycemic, 5 super grains, There's oats. There's oats, millet, quinoa, amaranth, and buckwheat. I'm not that crazy about having cereal with milk. I like hot oatmeal with almond milk or cashew milk. That was what I made in the other video, but I didn't have enough steel cut oats to make it again. I ran out. But this is really good just to eat like this, or to use as a topping, like I'm gonna do. And normally I would have coffee, but since I have company, I might offer you some of the brown rice tea that Jen might chop. Which is this one. And this will definitely pick you up because it is a green tea base. And I'll brew it for you right here so you can see it in this glass teacup. All right, so an easy, light breakfast. For lunch, there will be a complex salad. I like so many different kinds of greens, and I always have several in the refrigerator. So for you, I shall prepare a lovely green base of arugula and baby kale. To which we will add some of an interesting element. You may not think of this with salad. But when I have a salad for lunch in the wintertime, I often will add some type of rice or maybe beans. In this case, it is the wild rice blend. I only have a little bit left, so I thought I would just cook that up. And when it cools off, it'll be put onto the bed of greens. I've used this before in other videos. It's this one. Wild blend rice. So I'll make that. And then I also have some garbanzo beans that already opened the package and used some of them on my salad yesterday. They're kind of nice because they add a little crunch and they have good protein. I'll probably also put some sunflower seeds, and I will mix up our dressing, a nice fresh dressing. Then we'll be preparing some of the dinner ahead of time because we're going to be making my favorite vegetarian chili. Nice and hearty and warm. It's delicious. Takes a long while to cook down, so we'll start the beans early enough. These are the kinds that I like. Sort of the classic for chili is the red kidney beans, dark red kidney beans, and I like to use pinto beans. And black beans. And you can use navy beans or other types of white beans too. But these are the kinds I like because they do have good fiber and good protein. It's a good mix. To use quite a few ingredients with this because it's going to have a lot of seasoning. We're going to use onion, garlic. We're going to use cumin, and we're going to use spike. Some smoky paprika. It's a chipotle smoked paprika. And some good old-fashioned chili powder. Nice dark chili powder. Some jalapeno peppers. They're a little sad because I should have made this a couple of days ago, but they're going to get cooked down and they're going to be delicious anyway. And for the liquid portion, I have some canned tomatoes. Canned tomatoes. Some vegetable broth. All right. Oh yes, one other thing. I'm also going to use some veggie burgers. This is Morningstar Farms, and it is the Griller's Prime burgers. And these, I just like to crumble it into the chili just to give it that nice texture. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. as an added bonus, and because after a nice big meal, it's nice to have just a little bit of sweet later in the evening, I'm going to show you how to make my lovely raw vegan coconut haystacks, the chocolate ones. Yeah, we're going to make those. And that's going to be with shredded coconut, raw cacao powder, some vanilla, and some powdered sugar, and a little bit of cashew milk. So, and those will make in between things so we can just pop them into the freezer, get them nice and hard for dessert. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to get breakfast going. I'm going to put on the water for the tea. And I'm going to make some room again here. Put your bread in the toaster now. All the benefits of this beautiful raw manuka honey. It's very strong, so you need just the tiniest little bit and spread it very thin over a nice warm piece of toast. Just enough. Manuka honey is known in New Zealand as the wonder honey of the tea tree. Enjoy the purity of this rare, exotic, raw honey, which has extraordinarily powerful beneficial factors. It's unpasteurized and unfiltered and raw. Product of New Zealand. I hear the teapot. Almost ready. Some almond butter. I do want to start making my own almond butter, but even the almonds are very expensive right now. And I would want to use organic and Oh, you just do the best you can. Water's ready. Smell. Toast is ready. This one came out a little dark somehow, but I'll have that one if you want. How dark it is. This can take a tiny bit, like just that much. Maybe a little bit more. It's like half a teaspoon. You could even have a little bit more, but trust me, it's very, very sweet. Right into it. Oh, that's so nice. All right. This one is salted and creamy. I put you inside the jar. Okay, gotta mix it up a little bit. Distribute the oil a little bit. Okay, a little bit there, a little bit there, and a little for you, and for you. There. It's got a hole right in the middle. I'm going around the hole. This one too. Okay. So you can see I don't really use a lot. But it goes really nice with tea. There. And now, put the dirty knife over here. Clean up the crumbs. And now I put a tiny little bit of cinnamon, sprinkle of cinnamon. Tiny, tiny, tiny. It's barely anything coming out. And a bit of crunchies. I kind of crunch it up a little bit, make it smaller pieces. See? Whoops. I get those. Don't worry about it. A little bit more. A little bit more. Alright. There we go. Let's check the tea. Yeah, that looks just right. All right, here it is. Would you like any sugar or honey or just like that? Oh, good. You're easy. That's the way I like it too. Here. What do you think? It's good, huh? Here, just put it right here. Nice. All right. I'll take a little bite out of this and then I'll pass it over to you. Sounds very crunchy. I think you'll like it. It's nice and sweet and crunchy and light and has a lot of energy. This will stick with you until we get to our lunch. Okay. All right. So you take this over there, and you just go to town on it. And I will start on a couple of things that I need for later on. Something for the lunch, and I want to get the beans going too. Okay, one thing that I forgot to tell you. I'm going to share this with you. Part of my morning routine, at some point, includes a little bit of juice, and I take my supplements. So this is my new favorite that I've been having, just in small quantities, because I'm not that much of a juice drinker. I'd rather have like the whole fruit in a smoothie or something, but this is really good because it's mango and lemonade. So it's sweet and tart. It's a really nice combination. Yeah. I'm going to pour you some. And I know you don't take your vitamins, so you can try mine. Isn't that a pretty color? Sweet. And this is today's vitamin doses. And I know because it has the initials for Thursday. And this is the good thing. I can put all my vitamins out ahead of time. And then I just look at the day and I know the blue is for morning and the green is for night. So I have 2 of everything in the morning and just 1 of everything at night. Well, just 3 things. So here you are. These are all natural vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and fish oils, and essential oils. There you go. Okay. And take your juice. Got it. I know, it's really yummy. I'll just keep it right there. Okay, so you enjoy your breakfast. And I'll just putter around and do a few things and then just put your feet up and relax. And we'll go outside in a little while. I'm going to get the beans started. I'm going to use 1 cup of each. 1 cup of black beans. One cup of red kidney beans. And 1 cup of pinto beans. Kind of like the pinto beans. Interesting color. Speckled. Oops. I'm sorry I dropped some on your plate. I'm just combining them. Okay. And I am going to pour them in the pan little by little and just sort through them. Generally, make sure there's no bad ones or any little rocks or things. Just as a precaution, of course. Little stick. Little piece. Let's see one more in here. Rinse them off, pour the water out, and then I'm going to put them in water, just covering them, bring them to a hard boil, and then turn it off and just let them soak for about an hour. Yeah. So I probably won't do anything more for that until lunchtime. Okay. Now I don't put any seasoning into the beans. I wait until, actually I just season it with the vegetables that we're going to be cooking in it. And then towards the end, I'll actually add the salt because what my friend told me, and I really like to cook beans. I cook a lot of beans, so I look for any kind of little tips and hints. But they told me that if you put the salt in too soon, then it causes the skin on the beans to burst, and then you have like kind of like mushy beans. You can get kind of mealy from that, from having the skins pop off or pop open. So that's why I wait till the end. And so that's good to go. The other thing that I wanted to do is to cook up the last of this wild grain mix. I've got it in my smudge bowl. It's just so nice to touch it and hold it, and once I start using it for smudge, I won't be really doing that anymore because it'll get a little dirty. So it may not be a smudge bowl for a while. Alright, for this one, use this saucepan, and I only have a half a cup, so I'm going to use about 1 cup of broth. Here we go. I don't mind if it's a little bit too much, because I want it to be nice and soft to put into the salad anyway. And for this one, I will put a pinch of salt. And put that on to boil. How you doing? Oh, no, go ahead, finish that. I don't mind if you eat the other one. That's great. I'm happy you like it. Alright, I think that for now, we could just take a little break, and once you're ready, we'll just go ahead outside onto the porch. How's that? So I just have to wait until the wild rice mix comes to a boil. I'm going to turn it down to a really low simmer, put the cover on, and I'll set the timer for 40 minutes. Yeah. So then we can, I'll make another cup of tea. We could take it out and sit out on the porch for a while. Sounds good? Yeah, I have a lot of birds here, and it's very quiet and peaceful. Sit out there and listen to the birds and watch the horses munching on their hay. Okay? Alright, so as soon as this comes to a boil, I'll turn it down and I'll bring our tea out. You go ahead and take your cup and go ahead outside, and I'll meet you out there. Okay, great. Oh, all right. Hey, so the rice is ready. It's gotten windy, hasn't it? Man, I didn't really realize it until we came back in. All right, so now it's almost time for lunch. You getting a little hungry? It was nice to be out in the fresh air and the sunshine, and taking a walk was just what we needed. I bet you're going to sleep really well tonight. It's good to get out and move around a little bit. And all this good food I'm going to fill you up with. For sure you're going to have a good night's sleep. Alright, let's get lunch ready. Alright. because it has that little bit of bitterness to it, you know? It's just a little bit of a bite. So good for you. So I do like this brand because it's triple washed. So I don't have to worry about it. And this one is baby kale. Until my garden starts coming up. I love to make fresh salads straight from the garden. Normally my salads would have tomato, cucumber, you know, some fresh herbs, but it's winter and this is pretty good. So my winter salads tend to have more, you know, heartier things like this mixed wild rice blend. So this is all nice and cooled off. And I'm going to be tossing some of that on top of the salad a little bit. And I decided against using the garbanzo beans since we're doing the chili with 3 different kinds of beans. So I think this is going to be plenty. And I realized I have 4 crimini mushrooms that I've washed that I'm just going to slice and put into the salad. And I found an avocado too. I have 1 avocado for our chili, as some of the garnish on the chili is going to be cilantro, a little bit of green onion, and a little bit of cheese if you'd like. Otherwise, you could keep it vegan. Cilantro and avocado. Yeah, avocado. I usually put some blue corn chips, like tortilla chips, and just crunch them up and put it on top of the chili, or make some cornbread. But darn it, I don't have either of those things available. But it'll still be good, I promise. Bring out a cutting board. That's this one. I'm also going to put some sunflower seeds. These are just raw sunflower seeds. That's good energy food. So you have a nice carbohydrates with some great grains and sunflower seeds and some, what else? Okay. Let's start with the avocado. It's very ripe. It's a good thing we're making this today. Just scoop it in here. When it's really ripe like this, I like to sort of flip it over, make sure there's no dark spots on the back side. That looks pretty good. Yeah. There we go. And the other half. I can't believe how windy it is. Well, it's good that we put the diffuser on. I used Serenity. Yeah, because that keeps the animals calm. Keeps mommy calm too. Okay. And we do the mushrooms. Okay. Almost ready. I'm just going to cut the very end off. Okay. I'm just going to slice them with this little knife. The wind is howling. That's crazy. Sounds like the ocean out there. Okay. Let's sprinkle some. Okay. And now for the rice. Looks good. A little bit more. Isn't that look good? Yeah, I make lots of different kinds of combinations. This one's good with spinach as well. Because the greens are a stronger taste, it's nice to have the pungency of the mushrooms, and I like to have that chewiness of the wild rice, just to make it feel a little bit more filling, you know, so that we won't snack too much in between before dinner's ready. But we are going to make some treats. Because we deserve it. That's right. Alright, so I'm going to make a quick dressing to put on this beautiful salad. It doesn't need a whole lot, because it does have so much flavor. I am going to use a little bit of spike, which is that brilliant combination of so many seasonings, and just a nice balanced flavor for every kind of food. Okay, just that, and then I'm going to use this sweet bowl again. And we're going to mix. Where is my balsamic vinegar? It's basically a vinaigrette. I'm going to make it just a little bit on the creamy side by adding a little nutritional yeast at the end. Oops, I'm dripping everywhere. Okay. Now that I've shaken the bottle, it's going to drip everywhere. Alright, so about 4 tablespoons. Total made a mess. This is the real Free Spirit kitchen here. Okay, so we have a little bit of balsamic. I'm going to use a little of the liquid aminos. Only 1 or 2 tablespoons of this, because it is salty. And some apple cider vinegar. And just a few tablespoons of this as well. And some extra virgin olive oil. Put about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. That's about right. And I am just about out of nutritional yeast. That's all I have left in my pack. I might have some in a shaker. Oh, I do. That's okay. I can use this one. Have to carefully get it to the end. Okay. So I put about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons. Taste it. Ah, perfection. Very, very good. Has almost a nutty flavor to it because of the nutritional yeast. And it made it a little bit thicker. So it's going to stick to the veggies better. And here we go. Remind me of this one. This was a good idea. I know. I make everything different all the time, so. But this is worth doing again for sure. Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to taste. Let's see. A little mushroom and a little avocado. And, oops, a piece of arugula. Arugula. Okay. I love that rice combination on salad. Oh, it's so good. It really holds the dressing. And you see, I didn't really make that much. And there's still quite a bit left. Okay. Gotta get a fork because I want you to test this. Make sure it's seasoned well for you. So here's a mushroom. And a little avocado. A little bit of greens. Okay. Ready? Here it comes. Oh. Right? I told you, so darn good. All right, that's great. Well, I'm going to put you in charge now. I'm going to give you a couple of bowls. That, here we go. Let's use these. Here's some forks. And if you wouldn't mind, take these over to the table and I'll join you shortly. And I have to just check on the beans. And then I'll join you. Yep. And, I forgot. I'm going to get a beverage for you. You wanted to join me and try out some of the foods that I was eating and see what my meals are like. And usually in the middle of the day, well, I try all during the day to drink a lot of water. But with lunch, I usually have at least one big glass of water. I have my cute little heart glass. And it's real glass, so it's going to be okay for us to use a couple drops of lemon essential oil in the water, which is part of my detox, ongoing maintenance of detox. Put a little of that in my water. So let me get the water. There you are. I'm going to share that with you because 2 drops is fine. Even 3 would be okay, but I think I got like 5. It just started pouring. Right? Can you smell it? It's so delicious. Okay, I'm going to split this into 2 glasses. Much better. All right, so I'll work on mine on this side. And just take that and head on over to the table and bring the rest of our meal too. Okay. There, 1 second. How you doing? Feeling good? Yeah? You want another cup of tea? Are you sure? Okay, I'll ask you again in a little bit. So, here's our beans that we're soaking. I know, Jesse. But they have definitely expanded. There's a lot of beans. So now, I'm going to chop up the vegetables and put them in and add all the liquids and then let it cook. Yeah. So we still have time to just take a little walk and go and feed the horses and get some more firewood for later. All right, I'll get the veggies started. showing you that. Oh, we're going to also use green pepper. I'm going to use jalapenos and this bell pepper and some onion and some garlic. And then we have the tomatoes. And the vegetable broth. And then we'll do some seasonings. Just put those to the side. This and this one. Okay. Just start with the jalapenos. They don't smell very strong, no? Well, I'll leave the seeds in 2 of them. I'll take them out of this one. Okay, I'll take a few of these out. Okay. So there's some seeds left in there, that's fine. Sometimes I'll roast the vegetables, yeah. Put them over the flame, like when I make salsa. This is the short version. Okay. I am. I know. Okay. Okay. One onion. And bell pepper. Another fun prop. Fantastic. I guess most of my experiences with ASMR around cooking was pretty much unintentional. But doesn't mean we can't throw a few triggers in there now and then, intentionally. some rough chop. Very good. Okay, now we're going to add the tomatoes. Alright. And now for vegetable broth. And that was not quite one full package there. One full vegetable broth. Because I used about a cup, so it's about 3 cups of vegetable broth. And the liquid from the tomatoes. So, I'm going to add the seasonings now. I'm going to put some of the spike. I go around like 4 times. Tablespoon-ish. And some cumin. I like the flavor of cumin, so I usually go about a couple tablespoons. Yeah, I like that. And smoky paprika chipotle seasoning. This looks delicious, doesn't it? Yeah. The smoky flavor goes so great with beans. Nice. Smells like a barbecue. I'm going to put about 4 tablespoons. About 2 tablespoons. And chili powder. So this is about 4 tablespoons. I'm going to put probably about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to leave about that much in there. just in case. I'm not exact on this amount. I usually make bigger batches, so, but I didn't want to take up too much room in the refrigerator. Okay, that looks really good. I think I'm going to add a little bit more vegetable broth. I have another one here. And maybe like another cup and a half. Because I'm also going to add the vegetarian burgers. Veggie burgers. So these are thawed now. Have plenty of protein in these. Tear here. There's the burgers. I'm just gonna chop it into small little bites, and I know it'll probably break up even more. It's already got like a grilled flavor to it, so it's gonna go great with the chipotle. There we go. Okay. Into the pot. This is going to be fabulous. You'll be glad that we had salad for lunch. It's going to be very filling. All right. Now, there's nothing left but to cook it and cook it and cook it with lots of love. There it is. Look at how much goodness is in there. Doesn't that look fabulous? Yeah, I can really smell the chili powder. I didn't put any salt in yet, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put about a teaspoon and a half. There's a lot of beans in there. All right, then as it's partly cooked, we'll taste it for seasoning. Well, while I'm waiting for that to come to a boil, let's make some goodies. You know, I always like to have a little nibble of chocolate after dinner, so let's get some snacking material made. Okay, vanilla, some cashew milk. I think that's it. Yes, okay. And coconut. going to put all the ingredients except the coconut into the bowl. Ooh. Overflowing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One teaspoon of vanilla extract. One teaspoon. One-third cup of non-dairy milk. And I have cashew milk. One-quarter cup powdered sugar. Half a teaspoon of salt. And that's it, except for 3 cups of coconut. First, we're going to mix these ingredients. Delicious. This is the real deal, baby. All right, let's get our coconut ready. 3 cups. I'll use this one. to mix these together. See, it's getting all moistened. And that's it. It's pretty. It's going to stick together pretty well. So the next step is to make the haystacks. I'm going to have a lot of snacks. I'll give you some to take home. So we're just going to make little blobs. Squish them tight as we can. And lay them down. It's a haystack after all. They're not usually very neat. Don't want to make them too big because I think like 2 bites size is just right. And there's no cooking involved. You just put them in the freezer and they get nice and hard. And they are going to be delicious. Yeah, it's peaceful today. It's good. Yeah, it's just better when you spend some quiet time, even in your own house, right? Just remember what it's like not to have noise going. No TV and no computer. Just being aware of the sounds around you. It used to bother me when the wind was really hard. But not anymore. I love having the diffuser. So if I feel a little sad, I could put some wild orange in there. If the dogs are being rambunctious, or I'm a little nervous, or a little anxiety, I just put some serenity in there. If I need to focus and really concentrate on something that I'm learning, studying, practicing, then I use a little bit of frankincense and maybe some arbor vitae, a little lavender, the oil of communication. Wow, look at that. Fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It tastes good already. I like that it has salt in it. Very nice. So now I'll just go put these in the freezer. And the chili smells fantastic. And it's just going to cook and cook and cook. So I'm going to set a timer. And yeah, I'm probably going to let it go for an hour, I'd say. So if you don't have any other ideas and you'd like, we can go in the other room and I can give you an aroma touch massage. Yeah, the one that uses the 8 different oils. Remember? You know, I like to do those. That'll put you right in the nice relaxation spot. So after you have dinner, you'll be ready to really wind down and get some good rest. Yeah? Okay, fantastic. So let's just go to the other room and get on the table, and I'll be right with you. I'll put these in the freezer. How are you feeling? Isn't that fabulous? You look very relaxed. Yeah. And you smell pretty good too. All those beautiful essential oils. Told you. I knew you would love it. Can you hear the chili bubbling away? Yeah. It looks like it's pretty soft, so I'm going to go and take a look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready for a little bit? Yeah. It's still pretty early, so we could have a little taste of it and then just leave it simmering for a while longer. Oh, I know. You're just like me. You want to try that dessert, don't you? Okay, so let's just have a little portion of the chili. And we'll leave it there for later. Maybe sitting by the fire, we'll want to have a little more. Get warmed up. Great. Okay. I'll get you a bowl. How about like this? It's kind of big, but not too big. Okay. Let me bring the chili over. I know, right? It's to die for. Look at that. Wow. Very hot. So it's going to thicken up a little bit. But another trick that I use is just to add a little bit of the flaxseed with chia, because it kind of plumps up and absorbs a little bit of the liquid. So I'm going to put it just a little bit, just like a teaspoon. Yeah, these are high in omega-3s. Okay, let's try a ladle. It's still really chunky, but it's very soft, so I think it's going to be delicious. stove again. Okay. Piping hot, I know. Very, very hot. Alright, so here's some toppings that we can use. Sometimes I'll put some cubed avocado or pretty much what I have here. This is cilantro. Put a little bit of cilantro on there. And this is green onion. There, spring onions. Put a few on there. And this is some cheese. This is Monterey Jack from New Zealand. And you could also use the vegan cheese. Just don't have any right now. Or you could skip it altogether. And some people like sour cream with it too. I occasionally do that. And if I had thought about it a little bit harder, I might have had some cornbread. But I actually really like corn chips better. Unfortunately, I don't have those either. I'm so sorry. I hope it's not a big disappointment for you. All right, my dear. Here's a spoon. Yeah. You want me to try it? Okay. Don't have to twist my arm. I get a little cilantro, a little onion. Here's that beautiful, beautiful results. Nice. That's so good. Super hot. Okay. Here, I don't want to eat all of yours. Okay, I'm going to pass it to you. And then I'll get mine. Yep. Got it? Okay, good. Okay. I'm going to go surf myself. I'll take up mine too. Did you enjoy this? I hope you did. I've been wanting to pamper you a little bit, yeah. You've been working too hard, long hours. Not too much fun. Well, you've been doing a lot for other people, so I'm happy to help you. Well, that was really good. You liked it too? Let me get that bowl for you. Good for now? Yeah. Okay, it's a little spicy, huh? Delicious. Okay. I'm gonna go and get our chocolate haystacks. Be right back. Okay, here they are. They look just the same, but they're a little harder. Yeah, you ready? You pick first. Okay, I'll take this one. Ready? Pretty good, huh? Yeah. Really good. I've made this before. But it was with coconut oil as well. And they actually got a little harder than this, but these are really good. Okay. Let's put that to the side. Wonderful. That was fun. Thank you so much for letting me pamper you, of course. You know, I always ask you to come by, and I know that it's hard sometimes to get away, and make time to just relax, but I'm always happy when you do. And I know that you appreciate it. That's right. So, let's just go get comfortable, put our feet up, sit by the fire. Yeah, and if you feel like having a little bit more to eat later, I'll be happy to warm it up for you. Okay. Wonderful. Alright, I'm getting very relaxed. Let's go in the other room. Okay.